Welcome back to Dialogue Tree, Season 2, Episode 16. I'm Matthew Peterson, inevitably joined by the wonderful Daniel Party in the USA Padilla.
Hola, amigo. ¿Cómo estás?
I chose this name because I was thinking about how you're partying in the USA now that you're here.
Hell yeah, dude. Been back for just about a week by now. I arrived.
welcome back.
Thank you. I arrived last Wednesday, just around midnight. And it's been just about a week. You know, it's weird because like I'm in a place that I'd never like spent a lot of time in before in Salem, but you know, like inevitably Massachusetts and just the Northeast just kind of have like similar vibes and everything. So like it still weirdly feels familiar, you know?
Yeah, Salem's a really nice place. I went there for Halloween and a few times just passing through, I guess, not for Halloween, but it was always nice there. It's got some nice old architecture and some cool stuff downtown.
Yeah, definitely. It's a cool looking city. I've unfortunately not been able to go around all that much because, you know, upon arrival, I had to be in quarantine because I was traveling internationally and like the airplanes were fucking crowded.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've at least walked around here, around campus. I have a park that looks over like a gulf and like straight up looks over the ocean, like 10 minutes away from where I live.
Mhm.
And that's incredible. You know, like I'd never been this close to water before. Like in terms of like my residence, you know, I'd never lived this close to water before. Like never did I even live in a city that had any water, let alone live like at a 10-minute walk from the water. I don't know. It's cool. It's refreshing. You know, it's refreshing to know that I could just like take a walk there whenever and just like look at the water and calm down. And,
Yeah.
I don't know.
There is a lot of like touristy stuff that's like take the haunted bus ride to like the execution cemetery or whatever, you know, and I really have no interest in that. It feels a little like crass almost because like people really did get executed.
Like a little distasteful. Yeah. Like why make I understand historically it's a big deal, but I don't know. Yeah, it's a little distasteful.
I think the Halloween thing is much less like tasteful because it's just like Halloween. It's just like, you know, there's a big Halloween party because of the history here, but it's not like about that. It's just a big Halloween party.
It's just a big Halloween party. That's right. Yeah, it doesn't feel like that, right? Like they're not like glamorizing or romanticizing like executions or anything in that sense. It's just people dressing up.
Yeah, people aren't even dressed up like historically. They're just like dressed up for Halloween.
Right. Mostly like cosplaying or whatever, just like dressed up.
Yeah, there was like some dude who was like full Will Smith genie. Last time I went, like he was completely blue. It was awesome.
Yeah, my favorite. I came a couple of times when I was still an undergrad. I came a couple of times for, you know, around Halloween time, of course. And there was always these dudes. They must have been siblings because they all kind of look like each other. They all kind of look alike. And they were all dressed up as the Ghostbusters, and I loved taking a picture with them all the time. You know, the few times that I came around Halloween time, I would always make a point to take a picture with them. I just love Ghostbusters, and I liked that they were just, you know, had the whole setup with like the proton packs and everything, the overall.
Yeah,
and they looked the part pretty well.
Well, it's good to hear you're back and you're like settling in.
Yeah, dog, it finally happened, man. I've been talking about this shit on the pod for like the last, I don't know, like
months.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Right. So it's wild. It's wild to finally be here. And like, I'm sure this actually makes one of our, I don't know how to say it, one of our predictions of what would happen in the next episode. I'm sure this proves one of them at least. Right?
Oh, yeah.
We must have at one point say something like, yeah, tune in next episode when Daniel's going to be in the States and whatever.
Yeah. So we kind of ruined that joke.
Yeah.
By actually doing it.
Right. The one joke.
We do have to talk about last episode, I think, at least somewhat.
The episode was fucking good, right? Like I enjoyed listening to it. Of course, I was pleasantly surprised. It's interesting, you know, being the host, like the regular host, if you will, of the show. It's always fun to like, you know, record it. And it's always fun to like rehear it. You know, I like listening to my voice and just thinking about how I could sound better, what things I could have said better, or whatever, right? Just like a bunch of things. I think it's just for like self-evaluation. It's always nice to like re-listen to the episodes that I've recorded myself, but it's always super interesting to listen to episodes that I was not involved with at all. You know, like episodes that would just like straight up surprise me.
Yeah, it was a weird experience to be listening to the show as everyone else does, I suppose.
Yeah, right. That's exactly it, right? Like I'm thinking about everyone who listens to us, and they're like, I don't know, they have no idea what's coming up until the episode is actually released. And that's actually how I felt, you know, like literally zero idea, especially with how off the rails our hosts were, you know, I don't know, like,
yeah, they did a great job.
They did a great job and they're just like so unexpected. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like you can't really with that Owen and with that Cameron, you can't really know what to expect with them ever in life.
That's true.
So okay, what I was gonna say is, as much as I did enjoy the episode, as much fun as I did have listening to it, and I will revisit it just because it's fucking funny. I am disappointed that certain topics weren't touched upon. Do you know what topics I'm thinking about, man?
Are you talking about Mega Man?
Mega Man and something else.
Perhaps oatmeal.
That's exactly right. So I thought Mega Man and oatmeal were definitely topics that should have 100%, no doubt, been touched upon.
Mm-hmm.
I would have liked them to touch upon Alex Jones, which they didn't, but I can't really blame them too hard for that.
Right. I'm not sure Cam knows anything about Alex Jones anyways.
I feel like if he's a consistent listener to the show, he must at least have some
I guess heard of him, yeah.
Right. Because Alex Jones, as we've said before, is canonical to the Hello Tree lore.
But yeah, the episode was good. The thing with Robbie sounds like something we would have done.
Yeah, I love that, man. That was a really cool little detail to have the stupid little soundboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they gave him any direction, but he's recorded some like oddly specific lines for the soundboard.
Yeah, the stupid one about watching Lugia in the airplane. That shit was
and like
fucking hilarious. Right. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
What other thoughts do you have?
It was just good. It was a good week for me to not be editing or recording whatever, because I was doing a bunch of stuff anyways. So it was just like a pleasant surprise to then listen to it later and enjoy it. Yeah, I liked it.
What the fuck were you up to?
I like cleaned the house.
Nice. Nice.
Like,
what
forever.
do you mean? What do you mean cleaning? Like deep cleaning, like washing stuff, disinfecting stuff, or like
no, like
throwing shit away?
Throw out cleaning.
Right.
Yeah, it takes a long time to evaluate and physically carry.
Right.
There's stuff I can't even get rid of yet. We have to wait for the bulk pickup.
Right. Is that what you were asking me about the Xbox?
Yeah, but it's not. It's not taking up too much space. But yeah, I'll probably get rid of my Xbox original at some point.
Yeah,
just because I'm not using it.
Right. I might be interested in picking that shit up, man. I could always use more consoles in this space. Cool.
Yeah.
Did you find anything interesting while you were cleaning shit out?
It's surprising what you forget you owned, honestly. Yeah. I'm looking around my room, like I definitely found a bunch of stuff. I just was like, oh yeah, I own this. Like I have this fidget spinner here. That's not really a good example.
Did you ever own a fidget spinner not for the meme of it? Like
my friend just had a bunch and he gave me one when it was popular, and I've had it, but I like it.
Yeah.
I like it, and I'm glad it's not like a thing anymore, so I can not feel weird about owning it.
Right. When were those a thing? Do you remember like specifically what year they kind of
3 years ago, like junior. No, it was probably the year after junior year, maybe. It was like mid junior year to beginning of senior year for me.
But you were I guess my question was like if you were in college when those became a thing.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, now that I know where everything is in my room, which is really helpful. And I found like I got all my clothes organized, and I was, because when you don't have your clothes organized, you like wear the clothes, you put them in the pile, then you wash them, and then you put them back on top. So you only
wear like the same shit,
like half your clothes at most. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that was. I believe that's kind of like the situation that I was in when I was still home. I never cleaned out my closet, man. Like I got back home in October or November 2018, whenever that was, and I just never cleaned out my closet, man. Like whatever I brought with me, I just put on top of like the shit that was already there. So like I was always in that same space, right? Like I would always just use like the same like set of clothes and then wash it and then put them on top, and like all the shit that was already there before, I barely ever even touched.
Started doing it because I finally read that book. That's like The Art of Tidying Up or whatever by Marie Kondo.
Okay, I don't know what that's about.
Which I think is like a famous book from 2008 or something. I think.
Damn.
This is like an old self-help book, but I just finally read it, and it was very useful, and like framing your mindset around what you should actually keep, because so much of what you have is just junk, honestly, that you just hold on to for just like stupid reasons. You're like, oh, I might need this cord one day. It's like you don't know what the cord is for. You just have it.
Right, or just for like weirdly nostalgic reasons, which are not even always fair. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's okay. You can hold on to stuff sentimentally, but you should really, like, evaluate if this item actually means anything or if you're just
Right.
being lazy or whatever.
Right, exactly, like, make that distinction, right? Because in the end, there's a lot of shit that you own that is still in good condition that could be, like, useful to someone else, you know?
Yeah, I ended up donating a bunch of, like, old clothes and stuff, some that even didn't fit me even, like, it wasn't even that I was holding on to them, I just couldn't even use these physically, so of course,
Yeah.
you should just, like, evaluate what you need.
Yeah, no, exactly, I'm 100% behind that, yeah, I believe that.
And everything is just easier to get to now, and I'd spent less time looking for stuff, which is the really frustrating thing when you know you own something, but you have
And you
no
can't even
idea where it is.
fucking find it? Yeah, man, that shit sucks. That's one of, like, the handful of again, I don't spend a lot of time, like, evaluating my behaviors, but if there's, like, one compulsive behavior that I know that I have, is not knowing where my shit is. You know what I mean? Like, I know I
Yeah.
own something, like a fucking stick of chapstick, right? Like, I know I own a stick of chapstick and I need it at this one precise moment, and I can't find it and I don't know where it is, and that shit bugs me out, like, unreasonably, right? It bugs me out in a way that I can't control it, and I hate it. So, like, I definitely know what you mean, right? I definitely know I definitely get stressed out when I know that I own something, but I can't find it. I don't know where it is.
I'd recommend the book, it was pretty nice.
Well, what was the title again? You remind me?
Uh, I look it up.
Yeah.
The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo.
Okay, damn. Okay, so it's
I
like
guess
specific.
Kondo,
Okay.
'cause
Yeah,
she's Japanese.
right.
So that's what I was doing for, like, the week we weren't here.
Yeah, and of course I was dealing with like moving and like
Yeah.
transitioning and all that because it's not only like the day of traveling, but also like when I was still home, like running the last few like stupid ass bureaucratic errands that I have to run to make sure that
Mhm.
everything's like all set for me to like be able to physically legally travel.
We've got our Owen meme of the week here
Oh,
already.
nice. We need to look at that. Oh shit.
Okay.
Okay, that's up to you, man.
So it's a dude lying in his bed with, like, a big ass Adam Sandler grin, and the other spot on the bed for the other person is being taken up by a huge Lego, Star Destroyer replica, and then his wife or girlfriend is just, like, sadly laying on the ground, sleeping on the ground next to him,
Right.
looking upset while he
Right,
looks at the
right.
Lego
I was
Star Destroyer.
I was gonna say that's an important detail, how he's like grinning at the Star Destroyer Lego
Yeah.
model, right? Like he's looking at it.
Thank you, Owen.
Cool, dude. What the fuck else is going on with your life, man?
Well, going on with our lives, we've signed up for the Rocket League circuit.
Hell yeah.
I was calling it the Rocket League, but that sounds really bad.
Rocket League. Yeah,
You know?
right. Right. And you wouldn't call it like we're signing up for the Rocket League. Cause then,
Yeah,
you know,
because then yeah,
it's a
I
league
get
about
you.
rockets or whatever, which is not exactly what we're doing.
But yeah, we're in a weekly Rocket League, I guess, like, pools, like, you play a different team every week, and then there's a tournament at the end.
I guess this is a good assignment as any to ask you to give me details because I don't really know. Just okay, I know we're playing on Friday, right? Like I know that much. I don't know if you know. I don't know if you even know any details actually, like who runs it, who's it run by, what the title, the official title of the like event or whatever
Uh,
is.
yeah, this guy named Ginger runs it.
Okay.
The Discord is called The League Esports. I don't know if that's what it's
Okay.
called,
Okay. And
and it's on Twitch.
it's open to like whoever, or how does it work?
Yeah, you have to be, I think, like, gold 2 or something.
Okay, yeah. As
But
long
yeah,
as
you
you
can
meet like the
sign up.
place, like the ranking requirement, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Interesting.
yeah, Nick was
Yeah.
just telling me about this tournament, and he's like, "Yeah, they don't have enough people, so if you guys wanna play, just let them know." And
Oh
we
hell
just kinda
yeah.
signed up, and we're in it now. So, I
Yeah.
think we'll lose a lot, honestly, because the people playing this, like, every year or every whatever, however often it happens, they play in it all the time, they've been here a while, and they're
Right.
pretty good, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, the matchups are already live on Bet365. So if you wanna bet for us,
Right.
you'll probably make a lot of money because we're Nick Kirshner has categorized us as the underdogs.
Yeah, we have, like, 72 to 1 odds.
Right. So if you do put money on us and we are able to pull a win here and there, that'll probably make you some goddamn earnings. I'll see that.
Yeah, I do secretly hope one of us can't make it one time, so Alex Haw has to play in a tournament game because he's the backup, and that I don't know, that would just be amazing to watch the stream back. Um,
Of course. Friend of the show, Alexander Hamilton.
yeah, Rocket League connoisseur.
Really kind of sword trainer of the official trainer of Owen Wilson Connell.
Yeah, that was funny. Owen was talking about how doesn't know how to play Rocket League because Alex taught him.
Yeah. We have another alert. We have another Owen meme.
Can you explain it?
Okay, so it's like a dumbass, like, movie poster made in like fucking like MS Paint or whatever. The title of this movie poster is of course made up, right? But it's Miss Joker, the movie. And it's like the title is in like a weird sort of greenish, purplish font, reminiscent of like, the famous DC Comics villain Joker, the colors that he wears and whatever. There's three ladies. One of them is Emma Watson. The other one is Scarlett Johansson. And Mila Kunis, who's like weirdly like bonded. She seems to be like,
she's been kidnapped.
Yeah, she's been kidnapped. She has like tape over her mouth and it's like bonded with like a rope or whatever. Emma Watson is in Joker fucking makeup, and Scarlett Johansson, I don't even know what's going on with her. She has like an eye patch, white hair.
Yeah, okay. There's like something going around, and I'm missing some context. I think she's the Cruella de Vil thing.
Oh, okay, yeah. Owen's been sending a lot of Cruella de Vil memes, and I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, there was like some weird bad trailer for both what's his name, Jared Leto Joker and Cruella de Vil. Like both were released or something, and people are memeing on them, but I don't quite have the context to like fully grasp this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I am now looking it up on Google, and apparently there is a Cruella de Vil movie coming out.
Okay,
Emma Stone is playing Cruella de Vil.
Huh?
Which
really?
Like,
isn't Cruella de Vil like 70 or 60, whatever? Isn't Cruella de Vil like really old?
Oh, like the character, like her age. I don't. Yeah, like, I'm guessing this is like a weird sort of prequel or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, it looks weird. Oh, dude, this is cringy as hell, man. Like I'm looking at the poster that's on the IMDb page, and it's a photo of Emma Stone in character, right? But like in the poster, the Emma Stone name, like the headline of her name, the A in Emma is like the anarchy A.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
The weird like spray painted A with like the circle around it or whatever.
Oh no!
And I think that's cringy as hell for like a Disney movie about fucking Cruella, man.
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense. Right. She's not an anarchist. She's like a capitalist.
Man. A live action prequel feature film following a young Cruella de
Vil. Okay.
And
then I'm not quite sure what the Joker thing is. I think Jared Leto said we live in a society in some official media, which is like the big meme line.
Right. So who was that? Was that Heath Ledger's Joker who said that? Where I don't even know the origin of that meme, to be honest, man.
I think it might have actually existed before like the Joaquin Phoenix movie came out, and then the movie like fueled that because it's about like society.
Yeah.
But I think it was just like a generic shitpost line to like pretend to be deep while saying nothing.
And like with the weird sort of like pseudo intellectual type people who think that the Joker is like the deepest like fucking character or whatever.
Yeah, so people would just put like this line of him saying nothing on the Joker talking to Batman and be like, this says so much about our culture or whatever.
Right. I get, dude, you know what's fucking weird, man? So of course I follow a lot of like soccer players and their social media, right? And it's funny, especially Honduran soccer players, because I think they're a little bit cringy. And you can't really blame them, I don't know. But one of the Real España defenders, Real España is of course my favorite team, who fuck them, they lost yesterday, the season opener. There's this defender called Alas Vargas, and I remember when the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie was coming out back in like November, 2019 or whenever that was, he would randomly just post like images of the movie, right? Like stills, or like I remember him posting very specifically like an image of Joaquin Phoenix in character, sitting by himself in like the subway or whatever. And that wasn't the only like Joker image that he put up on his Instagram. I know there were a couple more, but you know what I mean? I feel like that's exactly it, right? Like, oh, like this dude, like the type of person who would like think that the Joker is like super deep and like exactly right. It's like a reflection of society and whatever, and like should make us all think and whatever.
It's just, was there no caption too? It's just
right, absolutely no caption, right?
That's fucking weird.
Which is weird too, because like sure, like the Joker movies, whatever, are supposed to like make us think about society, and I get that, and in a way they kind of do, but like also Joker is like a like awfully sadistic, murderous, like fucking character, and I feel like it's not. If you're not, if you're unironically putting up a photo of like the Joker, without a caption or without any context, I feel like that's not always the best look. I mean, like the joke.
It's
What I'm trying
kind
to
of a
say
weird
here is
thing
like,
to do, as, like, a semi-famous player, like, who people follow on Twitter,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
you're not in the same situation as this dude is.
right, right. Like I feel like the Joker isn't someone you should like I think thinking that he's cool and what he represents and whatever and how he's like, in terms of like a character study, thinking that he's cool is one thing, but like he's not a character that you should necessarily like be looking up to,
Yeah.
in any sort of capacity as like a role model or anything.
Yeah, I don't know,
And,
that
and,
is weird.
and that's just the vibe that I got from seeing that guy post up these images, right? Like, oh dude, like I know the movie's good, and like I know the character study it's pretty like interesting as well, but like I don't know, man. It's like he's not a good character.
I don't know. I like the movie, but I
Yeah.
don't think it's, like, that deep.
No,
It's just
no.
it's just, like, they made a DC movie that was well directed and well acted, and
Right.
it's like, "Oh my god. Why don't you always do this?"
Yeah,
It
right.
doesn't have to be that deep. It was good. It worked, and, like, now we got the Schneider cut on the way, dude.
Hey, it's
So,
coming up soon, isn't it?
yeah, it's coming mid-March, I think,
We should
or
we
maybe
should
early
have a
March.
we should have a Dialogue Tree watch party, man. Maybe
Yeah, we've definitely gotta report back on that when it comes out.
right, right. Do you think that could work? Do you think like potentially like doing a podcast, like record the podcast as we watch the movie for the first time? You think that would work?
Maybe it'd have to be, like, super cut down.
Right. Oh,
'Cause the
yeah,
movie's
I guess
gonna
you're
be,
right.
like, 3.5 hours.
Ah, shit, dude. Oh man. God damn, I forgot about that detail.
Yeah, but yeah,
Um,
I'm excited.
yeah, I'm curious to see what the fuck's gonna happen, if it's gonna be any better at all, because goddamn, the original cut. We've gone at length talking about it on the show, but yeah, it's not.
So bad.
I did not think it was very good.
We'll live and learn.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Where I don't know, there was a big Nintendo Direct yesterday.
Was it? Spencer said nothing happened.
Well, I mean, whatever. I mean, big in terms of like, is the first one that happened in like a year and a half or whatever.
Mm,
Like
okay, yeah.
the first like feature length Nintendo Direct, if you will, and it was like 50 minutes long. Like, sure,
Mm,
maybe they didn't announce anything like particularly like exciting for most people, but I don't know. I think it was a big deal, at least in terms of that, right? Because there was like a lot of speculation that like directs would stop being a thing precisely because they hadn't done them in so long, and like a lot of like their
yeah,
big announcements they just done themselves over like Twitter or whatever. You know how like Paper Mario they just kind of like dropped the Twitter announcement like a random morning.
yeah.
So there was a lot of like speculation that it would just not be a thing anymore. But then they hit us with this shit.
It's weird because I don't know why they stopped doing it. Like, COVID shouldn't stop that, right? It's just there's a bit of a production crew, but you could still do it safely during quarantine.
Yeah, you would think, right? Because you're not right. Like it's not live. It's just like
Yeah.
from what I could tell, it's just the one dude behind a green screen.
Yeah, they're like filming movies. This is, like, so much
Right,
smaller scale,
right.
but
But
I don't
yeah,
know.
I don't know. I haven't really like seen, because I was doing work stuff when that was broadcasted live, and I haven't really like had the chance to like catch up with most of it. I know some
Mhm.
shit. I know like Splatoon 3 was fucking announced, which
Splatoon.
Green, yeah. I never really played a lot of Splatoon, but it honestly looks pretty fun. I know you don't like the characters, and I think that's fair. And
Yeah, I
like I'm
don't
not
I mean, I can just suspend my thoughts about the physicality of the Inklings, though. I don't really, like, care about it. It's
right.
just gross when you actually sit down and think about it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm not rushing to like buy any Splatoon game, but like, I'm curious to like try it out because like they look like a good multiplayer time.
Yeah, I've heard it's pretty fun, but again, you're depending on Nintendo to bring a quality online experience, which isn't gonna happen.
It's super. It's like the most unreliable thing in the world. Yeah.
I think I don't know if this is Splatoon 1 or 2, but I heard there was, someone said in the review there were only 2 or 3 maps per day that rotated out, and
Oh
it's
no
just like,
shit.
that's so boring for an FPS. You get so bored
Yeah.
instantly.
Yeah. I guess you're right. That is kind of weird if you're just like rotating on like a few maps. That's not. It's not a whole lot of variety. Yeah.
Yeah, but apparently the game itself is just fun.
Did you ever see the? Did you ever see the Alpharad video
Which one? I don't know.
about him trying to? So like, he's playing Splatoon, right? But
Uh,
like his goal while playing Splatoon is not so much to win. Oh, I think his goal was both to win and to have a dick noticeable because
oh, yeah, in the
because when the
post game.
yeah because it
Yeah,
always like zooms out and like it shows you what the map kind of looks like. So he wanted to like draw a dick that was noticeable when you got that like angle shot of the feet after the fact.
Right.
That's like the first Alpharad video that I ever watched, I think, a few years ago, and I thought it was fucking
It's a
funny,
good
man.
concept.
Yeah, and I like it. He was just like talking shit, and then out of nowhere, he just like pulls out his guitar and starts like improvising, and singing, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, they announced, I don't know their names, the Xenoblade girls for Smash.
Another pair of fucking sword fighters.
Yeah, I don't even know if they could be magicians. I don't care about this JRPG shit, honestly.
Yeah.
I've heard Xenoblade's pretty good, but there's so many JRPG sword characters in Smash, and they
I was gonna
all look the
say, yeah.
same.
Right, and they also like tend to like fight pretty similarly as well. Yeah.
Mhm.
It kind of gets a little old. I get it. I get that like Xenoblade is kind of like like an up and coming hot Nintendo property. I don't even know if it's up and coming anymore. I think it's just
Well,
straight
no,
up just
'cause
like
are they
established, right?
making more? Is there a third? I don't even know, dude.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't know, but like at least they've been like re-releasing stuff. And I
It is
understand that like
beloved.
right, they're super popular. Like the people that I know that play that shit, like they straight up told me like that's probably one of like the best stories they've ever played in a video game.
Mhm.
But I know that I don't really care for it. I'm more about like the more traditional JRPGs, like fucking Dragon Quest and whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not into it. Again, the sword fighters are just kind of
Yeah.
they're kind of wearing me out in Smash too.
Yeah. Yeah, their designs just aren't that cool. I don't know.
Yeah, right. They're not all that interesting. You're right. They just kind of look like generic, like anime sort of stylized characters, right?
Yeah, they look like Shulk.
Right, right. How many characters are there left to reveal? Do you even know? I don't even.
I think
Just the
that was
one?
it. I thought that was it. Maybe I'm
Oh shit.
misremembering,
Okay.
but I think that might be it.
I certainly hope not, man. I would have. Damn. Yeah, I guess I had to. All right. I need to confirm this shit, dude. Fighter Pass Volume 2. All right. Fighter Pass. I don't know. I don't even know how to. No, there's still 2 remaining. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So since the new Fighter Pass has been Min Min, Eve, Sephiroth, and then these 2 assholes.
Yeah.
And there's Challenger Pack 10 and Challenger Pack 11.
Oh, like Joker doesn't count for this list, I guess.
No. Yeah, no. Neither does Banjo and whoever else came before that.
Okay, that's weird, but yeah, I guess that's why I thought they were done.
Because the way it works is like they release 2 fighter packs or whatever. Like all of those counted towards like the first fighter pack with like the dude from whatever the fighting game.
Oh, Terry.
Yeah, him. I think that's like a one fighter pack that was like already like set and done. And then they said, all right, we're gonna do another fighting pack, and then these are the characters that belong to that one fight. I think that's how it works.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty done with Ultimate. I think like I'd still play it for fun, but I'd never think to play it. I'd never suggest it.
Yeah, might as well stick to like fucking Melee.
Yeah, Melee. Small news: the Melee down-patched graphics version will probably be out as of now.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you to talk a little bit about that because that's something that I'm potentially like looking into finally getting.
Basically, for people who have bad or they just want lower res Melee for whatever reason. So if you have a bad computer, they have a version where the textures are just, I guess, worse, less demanding. So I think it's called Diet Melee, and then there's Diet Melee 64, which uses the N64 models. So it really is easy to run.
Sick.
Like, yeah,
I would even download that just to see how all the characters look and whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of cool to see like blocky ass Fox moving around
Yeah.
in Melee.
Yeah, and seeing whatever Ganondorf, I'd like to see him. I don't know.
And then there's Crystal Melee, which is in this art style that, like, I definitely know this art style, but I don't know how to describe this art style to someone. It's like when you see like a wallpaper and it's kind of like a Nintendo character, but they're just like made out of like base colors in like big big circles. I don't know how to describe it.
Okay, yeah, I don't think I'm following. I'll have to check it. I'll have to look into that.
I guess you'll just have to look it up yourself when it comes out.
Right. Yeah,
but yeah, there's these Crystal Melee is like a graphics mod, not necessarily a performance mod, and the other 2 are performance mods. So there's just a lot of cool mods coming out.
They still all run on
Cityplay 2.
They'll still all run on like Dolphin, right?
Yeah, that's the point.
Right.
I don't even know if you could run these on a Wii, probably, but but yeah, it's just making it more accessible for people.
Yeah, I know. I've never had a setup that can run Dolphin usually. Like it runs the games, but like at a really not steady at all frame rate and whatever.
Yeah.
Like I'll probably give this shit a shot.
and I think that you can change the colors and stuff too. Like I know IVDW is colorblind, and
Yeah.
he has to like if he's playing in a 2v2, he has to
Yes, yeah.
request the opponents don't use yellow or whatever, otherwise he can't tell the characters apart, like as their
Interesting.
team
Right,
color.
right.
And he put on like I saw him put on a mod to show like what his game would look like, and it's everything is so like washed out. It's weird looking.
Yeah.
Like it's surprising how he plays that well when everything kind of blends together like that.
Right. Yeah, that's wild. It's cool that they're like, like I don't know, like I guess opening options for accessibility like that, right? Because you wouldn't
Yeah,
think, I don't know, as like neurotypical able-bodied people, whatever tags you want to put in, I wouldn't think of like people needing accessibility things like that, right? Like color adjustment and stuff to be able to properly competitively play.
yeah. I think a lot of games don't have stuff like that,
Right.
but yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely look into this because I'd definitely love to be able to play fucking Melee with all of you, man. I don't know. There were a couple other things announced. Apex Legends was finally given a release date for the Switch, which means that I might finally be able to get it.
It's been
Finally play
stuck
with
in
all of you.
development forever.
Yeah. And there's that weird Octopath Traveler looking game, which is not Octopath Traveler. It was like
Oh,
weird,
I don't
sort of like, yeah, it's like a weird sort of like fucking like Fire Emblem type combat strategy game kind of
know.
deal, but in like the style of in the art style of Octopath Traveler.
That's what you and Spencer were talking about, right?
Yeah,
Spencer said it's the ugliest game he's ever seen.
yeah. I don't think it. I don't think it's the ugliest game I've ever seen, but it's certainly a little off putting. I'll say that. Like
Okay,
I don't
I
know.
just
There's
haven't
something
seen
about
it.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just don't really like the colors. Right, like the colors just tend to be like a little vomity, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. Just like a lot of browns and greens, and it's all like spotty. Because it's supposed to be, they're all like 3D models and whatever, but it's supposed to like be a little pixelated, right? So like it's all 3D models, but like the textures are still a little bit pixelated. So like the colors, all the browns and all the greens and whatever, all these like earthy,
Mhm.
greeny colors, whatever. I don't know. It ends up looking kind of vomity from, at least from what I can tell from the trailers and whatever,
Okay. Did we ever
But
follow up on how bad the Balan, what is it, Balan Wonderland? Is
no,
the
I don't
demo is
know.
so bad.
I don't know that we ever did. I don't remember
Yeah,
actually.
because you were talking about it, and then you
Yeah,
said, "Yeah, you should go check it out," and I downloaded it. This was a while ago, because then we had Cam and Owen come in, but
yeah.
it was, like, the week before that, and it was so bad. The demo is so bad. So, to recap, this is made by the original, like, designer of Sonic 1, right?
Yuji Naka or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's
So
his
this
name.
I don't know, was this kickstarted, or is it just like
No, I think it's straight up like a published game, like a
okay,
big
yeah,
publisher game. I don't know.
I don't remember, but yeah, this is supposed to be like a big, I guess, Odyssey type game,
Yeah,
where you go around the world and collect little collectibles and stuff and get power-ups, but it's just awful. The demo is terrible.
there's a lot
I
of weird shit, right? Like so the couple of things I haven't played it, but I've seen a lot of footage about it. What the couple of things that like put me real off about it is like how the map just kind of like morphs around you while you move,
yeah, it looks like I don't
like
know if they're
warp.
going for it, but it's weird.
It's all like warpy. Like as you
Yeah.
walk like forwards, like the terrain in front of you starts to like warp weirdly.
And if you approach like a NPC that's not an enemy, they'll just vanish as you get close enough. They'll just
Right,
disappear, and there's not even collision, so you can't
right.
talk to anyone.
I was gonna say it's not even like they're hidden for the sake of like running the game. They straight up just like disappear.
Yeah.
Right.
It seems like weirdly they were trying to stylistically do this, but it's not working if this was their intention, I would
Yeah,
say.
because it's just really off putting, right? Like stylistically, it's just a really off putting decision to make.
It's also just not fun.
Right.
You
Like
run pretty
moving.
slow, and you have
Right.
one move, and it's jump. That's it. If
All
you
the
look at
phase
the
button,
controls,
all the phase
yeah.
buttons just do the same thing, right?
Even like the back buttons, every button besides start and left stick jumps. Um,
Oh my god.
and there's nothing, you could make a game that just is around jumping. Like Mario 1 is a pretty good
Right.
game, but it's
Right.
a 2D game. So you go in a straight line and it's made around it. Uh,
Right.
but this game just feels so sluggish, and it feels like a demo, but a demo by, like, some guy on, like, a forum who's posting for other people to come check out his, like,
Yeah,
early access Unity build of his,
right.
like, free indie game, and he's looking for beta
Which is
testers or something, if not
a game which is probably, like, years in the making, you know what I mean? Which is still, like,
Yeah.
years off from, like, release and whatever.
Yeah, but when I hear a demo on Switch, it's supposed to be something to make me wanna buy it, and
Right,
this just
something that's, like,
yeah.
playable and whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, and I haven't played A Hat in Time, but I think this feels like if A Hat in Time just had no other buttons but jump and was, like, at half speed. It's kinda
Right.
like that.
God damn,
Uh,
dude.
so, yeah, it just sucks, and there's, like, no focus either. There's
Right.
a weird Bayonetta style minigame where you play as the I don't know if he's Balan, you play as the tall dude, he might be Balan. I'm not sure.
I think Balana's a big, the villain, I'm
Oh,
not
he's the
sure.
villain because you
I
play as
think so.
him.
Oh, you do? Oh, then never mind, I
The
don't know.
dude yeah, the dude with, like, the top hat. You play as him
Oh,
for
you
a bit,
do?
and
Okay, interesting.
you do,
Okay.
like, Bayonetta quick time events in space.
Right.
It's really weird, he's just standing there, and then, you go talk to him, and then the game just goes to a loading screen, and you, like, fight an angel in the sky, and then
God
you
damn.
and then it ends, and you go back, and I don't think they say what's happening, it just kind of happens.
Damn, dude.
Uh,
It's just I don't know, it's fucking odd to me because again, it just inevitably brings back the question of, like, was the Sonic team ever a competent video game developer? You know what I mean? Like, sure, Sonic 2 is apparently pretty good, but, like, and Sonic 3 maybe too, but then after that, what? You know?
mhm.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
was playing Sonic Adventure 1, and it's not very good.
Right. Like, I understand it has its charm, right? Just like breaking the game, it's in
Yeah.
itself charming, but that's not to the praise of the developers. You know what I mean?
No, I would definitely have loved Sonic Adventure 1 if I played it as a kid,
Yeah.
but, um, I think that's just because the Sonic characters are weirdly appealing
Yeah.
to children,
Yeah. Yeah.
just because of their simplicity and design, I guess, and they're, like, a little edgy. Not like not like Shadow, but Sonic's
No.
just like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I'm the best, and I'm gonna
Right.
defeat you," or whatever, but Mario
Maybe.
just, like, doesn't say shit. Mario just
Right.
is
Right.
there.
They're edgy in a way that would appeal to like a 10-year-old.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Right. Right.
But Sonic yeah, I was playing Sonic DX, which is the Sonic 1 remaster or
Yeah.
re-release, because
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
homebrewed the Wii, and I had to try something out on it. And
And
it's
you
just
fucking tried out Sonic DX.
yeah, dude, and the lip sync is so bad, like,
Yeah.
their faces just morph around, like
Yeah, I was gonna say I love their facial animations when they talk, like everything, like their eyelids just widen and their
yeah,
like eyebrows and everything around their face just like goes everywhere when they talk. And then as soon as they stop talking, it all just like
it
comes
just
to a
snaps
stop.
shut
Yeah,
stop, yeah, and
right.
even though that's, like, old technology
Yeah,
and incompetence, but
yeah.
there's also just incompetence. Tails sounds like an 8-year-old, is standing too far away from the microphone, so
Oh,
he's just kind of like, "Sonic, it's just," and the first time you meet Tails, there's this loud song with vocals playing over Tails talking, and you
you
just
can't
have
even
no
hear him.
idea what I mean, there's subtitles, but,
Yeah.
you physically can't hear the conversation that's happening. It is the literal first level, they have the auto running loop the loops where you
True.
just, you don't do anything, the game just moves Sonic and it looks cool.
Yeah.
There's a hole in, like, the collision, like, the ground is there, but it
And he
doesn't
just goes
work.
through it.
And if you're on the right side of the loop de loop, you straight up die and it kills you.
I think,
Eh
yeah, I think because of course I've seen some of the Game Grumps playthroughs of this shit, and I think they like I think I've seen that in their playthroughs. Yeah,
yeah, I watched the first episode of their playthrough, and they just get just, like, blown away by
right.
how you'd put this in, like, the first section of the game,
Yeah, like a straight up broken section of your terrain, right? Like,
of,
yeah,
like, the first part the player experiences, and it just kills you.
right. God damn. Arguably, no 3D game that they've ever made has been you can make the argument that
Yeah.
no 3D game that they've ever made has been very good, and certainly Milan.
Yeah, I think people like Sonic Colors somewhat, but I haven't played it. I don't really know anything about it.
Okay.
That's the
Okay.
only one I think I've heard
Right.
people like besides the Sonic Adventures, because I mean, Sonic Adventures 2 does have an insane story. It is funny,
Is that the one with
but
Shadow?
I think he's in it.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
I just know Sonic jumps into the president's limo,
Oh
and
my god.
the president just recognizes him and, like, is glad the president is glad Sonic is there because Eggman is about to blow up the moon
Oh
with a
my god.
laser.
Okay, yeah, that's
It's
fucking funny.
it's insane. And
Right.
then you go to Egypt and you go through the pyramids, and then in the pyramids, there's a rocket that you
In the
take.
pyramids.
Yeah, that comes like top of the pyramid opens like a missile silo, and you take a rocket out of it to go to Eggman in space, and Sonic dies and gets through. It's crazy, dude.
Oh
It
my
is.
god, Sonic
He gets revived. He like asphyxiates in space. It's insane.
God damn. Yeah, that sounds wild.
So
Holy
there is
shit.
some charm for
Right.
sure, but
Right,
the
right, right.
games just like do kind of suck
Yeah.
technically on
Yeah.
a technical level.
Right. Yeah, I believe that. God damn. Yeah, and Balan certainly is not looking like they're gonna change that landscape for this group of
Yeah.
people, right?
I just don't know how far in they are because it seems like they haven't gotten anything done.
Well, it's supposed to be released in March, man. Like in like a month or something. So
It just
they
feels completely devoid of. It's just empty.
and you're right, 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 right. Yeah, they better be fucking, deep into something at least if
Yeah,
they're
I
planning on
don't know.
And this is and what I told you, right? Like fucking Crash 4, man, which is like sure, it's like a short kind of platforming game, but it's supposed to be really good, right? Really competent, really
Mhm.
polished. And that's releasing on the Switch for $40.
Yeah, and this game is $60.
Yeah,
You're
my
right. I
God,
forgot.
man.
Yeah, it's just weird they even decided to go with this demo because there's not even that expectation. Like
Yeah,
it
you would
seems like
like
they were
how do
proud
you
of this.
how do you put this demo out and not figure this is
Yeah,
just gonna put off everyone, right?
we've very clearly seen like with Cyberpunk, you can just not give any information and make a good amount of money.
Yeah, right. Right, right, right. They didn't even have to release this shit. And all the Yuji Naka fans or whatever, Sonic fans would have probably still bought it.
I guess they just thought it was good. I don't have any other explanation.
You're right, because I think you make a good point, man. Like if you're gonna, I don't know, if you're gonna put out a demo on the fucking Nintendo eShop, you would at least anticipate it to be like a competent something.
Yeah,
Which this doesn't seem to be at all.
I'll keep it though. It's like a
Yeah,
rare. It's like having Flappy Bird on your
right,
iPhone.
right, right.
It's a rare treasure.
Yeah, I do. Right, I do believe that. I see the appeal. I see the appeal.
Yeah, I'm curious if it still sucks like this when it comes out. I expect it to, but I'm curious.
What's your record on Flappy Bird, dude?
17 or something. I used to play it in Spanish class. They were talking about Spanish class.
Of course, man. Of course.
That was never very good though.
So here's a question for you, dog.
Yeah.
What is the most useful item that you own? Did I ask you this? Yeah.
No, if you did, I forgot.
What is the
So,
most useful item that you own, dog?
top of my head, I'm just gonna say my phone.
Okay.
Because it just can do so much. You can get so much information and call people at a distance, get GPS.
Right.
I use it to like learn. I use it to practice. I use it to make music and video. You can just do pretty much anything
Yeah. Right.
in an instant with it. So it's definitely has the most utility, I think.
Right. Right. Right.
Or the computer, which is kind of the same thing.
It's kind of the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except that it doesn't have like the portability form factor, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it does. Do you have something in mind, or you just thought of that randomly?
It was just a conversation starter. I do have something in
Yeah.
mind. My brother, for Christmas, got me a pocket knife. I feel like it's one of those things that you never, like I've never owned a pocket knife in my life, and I never thought that I missed one or needed one or anything.
Mhm.
But since having had one, I'm thinking about how the fuck did I go through my life, 26 years of my life without owning one? Because especially upon arriving here by myself and like trying to quarantine and stay away from people and whatever, and not having not the ease or like, yeah, sort of like the ease to go like buy shit for myself, right? Like I've used it so much, man. Like the little screwdriver end, I used that to like
Oh,
put
it's a
together
Swiss
my
Army
TV.
knife.
Yeah, I use it
Okay.
to put my TV together. The little scissors I've used, the little tiny little scissors I've used to like cut like plastic shit open,
Mhm.
like shit that I had ordered to be here when I arrived. I use it to open a lot of the boxes. The pocket knife to like go through cardboard and all that shit. It's been incredibly helpful, man. I just again, it's to the point where like I feel like I already feel like I can't believe I've gone 26 years of my life without one.
When I say pocket knife, I don't necessarily think of a Swiss Army knife, though. I just think of a knife.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Yeah, I don't know. You're right. I guess I'm not.
But it
Yeah.
could be either when you say it. It's
Okay.
kind of ambiguous. They let
Okay.
you take that on a plane, honest? I'm
No,
surprised.
I had to put that in in my checked baggage.
Right.
I
I was
made sure
gonna say.
to I made sure to remember that because you can get those like just thrown away in front of you if you don't
Yeah.
remember to do that.
I remember we went to Six Flags and Cam had one, and they took it at the security, and then they never gave it back when we left.
Ah, damn, dude. Yeah, that's a shame. That's a damn shame. Well, shit, dude. What have you learned today, man?
I learned about the Cruella de Vil thing because
God damn.
I just kind of get like vague guesses at what's going on Twitter from what Owen sends me in images. So
Right.
it's good to actually get some concrete information
Right.
coming in.
Right. I do have to go. I did have to go watch the actual trailers and whatever because I haven't. I learned that too. I didn't really know about it until I saw that poster that Owen sent to us. But other than that, and I kind of knew about this because you kind of mentioned it already, but I got a little bit more detail about what Diet Melee is and what Melee 64 and all those and how they work.
Mm,
And,
yeah.
I got a little bit more detail into that, which is always good to know because that's something that I'm looking into for sure. Tune in next week when we're going to have Whoopi Goldberg as a special guest.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I forgot about that entirely.
Right. Yeah.
All right. This should be interesting. All right. I'll see you next time.
Can you imagine us just talking shit with Whoopi?
I could email her. I don't know.